Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are evaluating the psychodynamic approach, considering the strengths and weaknesses supported with examples from the approach. One strength of the psychodynamic approach is its practical application through the development of psychoanalysis. Freud created techniques such as dream analysis, free association, and transference to uncover unconscious conflicts. Matt and Navarro, back in 1997, conducted a meta-analysis in the effectiveness of psychoanalysis and found that patients who received psychoanalytic therapy showed significant long-term improvement, with 3/4 of patients receiving dream analysis showing improvements. This is a strength as it highlights the usefulness of the approach, showing how theory can be put into practice to benefit society and their mental health. Another strength of the psychodynamic approach is that it is deterministic. Freud argued for psychic determinism, suggesting that all behavior is caused by unconscious conflicts and early experiences, particularly during the psychosexual stages. For instance, if a child is either deprived or overindulged during the oral stage, which is from birth to 18 months, they may develop an oral fixation. This could lead to adult behaviors such as smoking, overeating, or nail biting, and personality traits such as dependency or passivity, showing how childhood experiences can determine adult behaviors. The strength of this view is that it provides a framework for understanding how early experiences can shape later behavior in predictable ways, making it easier to target the causes and potentially treat them. However, the weakness of a deterministic view is that it leaves little room for free will, portraying individuals as passive victims of their unconscious mind, which can be criticized as overly pessimistic, leaving us feeling powerless. Another strength is that the psychodynamic approach can be considered interactionist, since it recognizes both nature and nurture influences. For example, Freud believed that innate drives such as the libido, which is nature, interact with early experiences during the psychosexual stages, so that's nurture, to shape adult behavior. The oral fixation again illustrates this. The biological instinct for oral pleasure, or nature, interacts with the way caregivers provide feeding and comfort, which is nurture, producing lasting personality outcomes, like oral aggressive personality, for example. This is a strength of the approach, as by considering the influence of both nature and nurture, it is more balanced than other perspectives that focus on just one side of this debate. A key weakness of the approach is its lack of scientific rigor. Many concepts, such as the ID, ego, and superego, are abstract and cannot be directly observed or tested. This makes the theory unfalsifiable. The approach tends to focus on the use of non-scientific research methodology in support of its theories. Bowlby's 44 Thieves study illustrates this. He concluded that maternal deprivation in early childhood caused affectionless psychopathy, but the evidence was based on a series of case studies using retrospective interviews, with Bowlby himself judging which children were affectionless. This is a weakness of the approach, as the lack of scientific evidence in support of the theories reduce the credibility of the approach when compared to more scientific approaches, like the biological approach. In summary, the psychodynamic approach has important strengths, including its real-world applications, its interactionist stance, and deterministic nature. However, it also has notable weaknesses, including its deterministic assumptions and lack of scientific rigor. On its own, the psychodynamic approach struggles to explain the complexities of human behavior and should be combined with other perspectives to offer a more complete view. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more psychology content.